time of dreaming. In the time of dreaming. I was riding with the kid today in the dark through the countrysides. And I spoke to him of an experience I had last night. And I spoke to him of two friends that I have. And my second friend, well, we haven't spoken in many, many years. And I'd always said, I don't miss him. He was a vicious bastard. I think he was trying to kill me most of the time. And so when it was decided that we didn't talk anymore, it was like, well, okay. And then I would dream of him. It's been 15 years now that this has been going on. Remember, you can call this a dream. It's been 15 years this has been going on. And we have spoken in very business-like manners in the past few years. But in the 15 years that this has been going on, I do not think my friend knows that I have been dreaming of him at least once or twice a year, and sometimes several times. It's pushed in and out. Who knows how often it happens and when. I do, because I remember it every time. It's always a dream, and it's one of the first videos I ever did of In the Time of Dreaming playlist. There's one where I had a drill hole through my finger, bone and all, and there was a string put through it. And my second friend, he had it hooked up, and he's trying to pull on this house, and I'm going, and I'm going, it's not going to work. You're too close or something. And he's like, I'm not too close. And it collapsed. It fell over. But the point is, these are dreams. I've been having them much more often lately. A couple or three in a month. And he's always there, and he's always that person. Which you think, that sounds like a terrible person. No, that's the person that I was friends with. That's the way he is. And when he acts like that, that means we're natural together. Nobody's trying to force a professional stance. We just get to be. And I know him as I knew him then. And the thing is, they're not all like somebody being aggressive. I have these dreams, and I'm telling the kid, I have these dreams, and it just seems so natural. And there's always another family or friend there, so there's somebody else there, but it's always about him and me. And I say, that's why I didn't miss him, is because I still dream of him, and we have good experiences. But I'm telling the kid that, about how I always dreamed these things. And last night, the dream came true. I was with my friend and my second friend, and my second friend and I in the dream, which turns out so far to be a reality. I walked in, and somebody came up and said, you and you, we need you to be in a picture. Just like in a dream. It was at Castle Farms. Just like in a dream. You take things from your past. We've all been in Castle Farms for concerts, my friends and I. And there are actually memories that we had in the dream of my second friend and I wrestling and fighting and rolling down a hill. And in the process, his eyeball went across somebody's cigarette that they were just standing there watching the show holding their cigarette, and it hit them in the eye. That's why they don't have cigarettes in concerts anymore, I guess. My second friend and I might be rolling downhill, but it, he's remembering these things with me. He remembers a time where somebody was going to beat me up, and he stepped in, and our other friend came and said the cops are coming, and he's like, and then the other friend is gone, and then he's there and he's like, and then there are 6 people. There's more to the story. This is all part of the dream. This is the type of dream I have about my second friend. We're having memories and things. We're talking and we're having a good time, acting natural. And so in this dream last night, and this is reality so far, they said, come get in the picture. And he wasn't there. And I didn't know anybody. Just like in all these other dreams, there are many people that I just don't know. Carlos Castaneda says, if you're a good dreamer, you can create other people in your dreams that actually have their own mindset. Oh, isn't that something? We're getting deep now. I once had a dream where I said to this guy, the sun was coming up, we were on different shifts, and it was a dream, and it was a guy that worked on a different shift, and I saw him, and I said, hey, I was in the parking lot in the dream. This is really a dream. And I said to him, I said, hey, I dreamed of you last night. And he looked at me, he said, no, I dreamed of you. And in that mentality, in the dream, it tweaked my mind to make me realize it wasn't me doing the dreaming. I was just a part of his. He dreamed me, and I am still real. This is Castaneda stuff. It's weird. And if you have the power to dream, you can create real beings in your dreams that have thoughts of their own. You don't have to make up what they're going to say next. They've got their own opinion on it. This makes for a good dream. You can learn something from the experience that you have. Castaneda doesn't say that. I just added it to it. Nothing to be proud of. I don't take pride for anything. There's no way proving it can be true. Not yet. Not until I dream it. So in this dream, I'm walking into this room, and there are all these people I don't know. They all have minds of their own. They're all together. They're all communing with each other. But I'm looking for somebody I know, and I'm standing there 30 seconds, and I look, I said, oh, there's my one friend guy that I know, my nephew, and I see him. And so I'm looking for the groom, and I'm looking around. It's a dream, but it's real. And I don't see him. And the woman taking the picture says, hey, can you please move this way? And she adjusts me in the crowd. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And she moved me, and I turned and I looked behind me, and it was my second friend, who's taller than me. He looks as big as any mortician you'd ever want to have taking care of your body. You're not coming back, and you don't want to. And he's going to be sure everything's okay the way you want it, because he doesn't want you coming back either. That's my second friend. And he's standing there, and I looked at him, and I just went, because I didn't expect it. I didn't recognize that he would be there. I went, and he just looked at me, he says, and he was grinning, and he says, hi, Judas. And I said, I had no idea you were there. And then after that, see, it's just like the way it goes in our dreams. We always get along. After that, I went and sat at a table, a lonely table with a couple other people and one of my other friends. And I'm sitting there, and here comes my second friend, and he sits down, and it's like, holy mackerel. And we spoke when he was going to get his food before he sat down. He started telling a story about, yeah, about protecting me once, which he did more than once. I have a firm grasp on a memory of that he protected me once. Is this a dream? All this stuff seems so real. And he sits there, and by the end of the night, we'd taken pictures together. Everything was a good time. We talked. We talked about somebody else that was a friend of ours, just a cunt. He used the word, and I knew he meant it, because why would he use it if he doesn't mean it? That's my second friend. And so it all worked out so well. And I told the kid, I said, I wake up this morning and I wonder, is this just one more of these dreams? Because I have these dreams of him often, and we have good times. We never had to have a physical relationship because we have experiences where we're friends. In that realm, it fulfills my need to have a relationship with that person. I said to the kid, I said, I woke up this morning even, and I thought, was that a dream? And no, it's all there. All the evidence is there. And I said, oh, I said, what if this dream is lasting longer than I thought it would? And he, out of nowhere, like he does, he's a wise young person. He said, so what that means is that I'm in your dream right now. And I was like, holy crap, castanet this stuff. I created a person that makes me question whether I'm the dreamer or the dreamed, or whether we're both just going through it together. And I said, wow. I said, even better, what if it's my second friend that's doing the dreaming? And this long dream that we had, he had 2 nights ago before we met yesterday. And he had time to decide how he was going to run this dream, to run this reality that came from his dream. And he has all the information, and it could go good, it could go bad, but he decides. Hello, Judas. Nice to see you. It's been a long time. I never stopped dreaming. In the time of dreaming. The kid said I should write a book about it. I said, nobody wants to read that. I better just do a video. Is this a dream?